Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hey YouTube, it's been a while. It's been probably a couple of months since I uploaded anything. No product reviews, no chitty chats. I'm back, and today I'm going to be talking about some travel tips, products. I very rarely use the word hack, but sure, you can put that word in there if you want. So I was on holiday and I bought my tripod, which I'm using now, and I didn't create any content. So I thought, let me share what I learned. Here we go. So first of all, I dropped my iPad and my phone especially a few times while traveling, and then my iPad a couple of times. I had screen protectors on both. These are the screen protectors I use. Unfortunately, I didn't pack any. So my first tip is to pack these. It's super light. So this comes in a cardboard box, but I wouldn't even have to bring this whole thing. I'll just show you what it looks like. It comes in this sleeve. This is for the iPad. I have the iPad 10th generation, which is all the way over there, so I can't show it to you, but I was worried because it was cracked towards the end of my trip, pretty badly cracked, but then when I got back home, I put this bad boy on it. So number one, if you're like me and you're a little clumsy or, things happen, pack your screensaver. So this is for my iPad 10th generation. I'm gonna not so gently drop that. And this one is from LK. I love this brand. I have a Google Pixel 8, and when I had the Google Pixel 3, my screensavers were all from this brand, LK. You can find it on Amazon. Link will, of course, be in the description. So this is what it looks like. What's different about the screensavers for, here it is, for the Google Pixel 8 Pro is this camera screensaver, which I think is very cool. So yeah, that's my first tip. I'm going to quickly put these away. My other tip as I pack this, which seems obvious, is to pack snacks, plenty of snacks. Let's talk about that for a second. I used a laptop backpack this time, not so gently dropping it. I used the laptop backpack this time. The last couple times I've traveled, I've used, actually in general, I've used duffel bags. I had I think it was a Lissac duffel bag that I used for 10, 15 years. It was leopard print, and it was a collaboration with Gwen Stefani. It was like a lamb, a sports sack, I think, whatever. I had it for a really long time. It was a duffel bag. I used that for years until it was like basically falling apart. And then I got a duffel bag from Calpac Travel, and I think the envy color, it's a green color. I loved it. I still love it, but the problem with duffel bags is that they fit more, and it is a personal item. It's a personal item size duffel bag, but it was just too heavy and it felt awkward. And I didn't like that when I put it on my carry-on suitcase, the width was longer or larger than the suitcase. So it didn't look neat. I didn't like the aesthetic of it. So then I got a laptop backpack to go to the library and to cafes, to work, to study, whatever. And I thought, this is going to work. This is going to work for travel. And I was excited to try it. It works. Yes, I can fit less things than with the duffel bag, but I recommend it. And it's still a work in progress. I still was like, it was packed to the gills. But when I had to run across the airport when I was going to miss my flight, and did miss my flight, it helped that I could put two straps on. I didn't feel that kind of unevenness that I feel with the duffel bag, and it was nice and neat. It was the same size or a little bit smaller width-wise as my carry-on suitcase, so it just looked a lot neater. And then an additional tip, it's a bright green color. I'm looking at it. I'm not going to show it because then it'll be awkward. But also because, full disclosure, I have applied a couple of times to be an affiliate for Calpac Travel. Long story short, I was denied, so I'm not going to show it. I love it. I love it. If I had never applied, because I have receipts, you can go back. I have podcast episodes where I'm talking about them, and I have the links, and I don't think I knew that they had an affiliate program. But this feels right to me. So I can tell you I use Calpac Travel. I love them, but they're not paying me. They've decided that for their own reasons, which I get, that I'm not right now a good affiliate or a good fit for them, or maybe their partner that handles that decided that, which is fine. But then I'm not gonna be showing things, and there will not be a link in the description. But if you go to Calpac Travel, the duffel bag and the laptop backpack that I use are from them. So let's move on. So solids, let's talk about solids. So I brought with me Vick's VapoStick, which I didn't come back with it. It's done. I used the whole thing. Vick's VapoStick. I used it for mosquito bites. I was attacked by mosquitoes. So I use it for mosquito bites. I'm actually sick today. I put some on my throat last night, and after I've done this, I'm going to put some more. I use this a lot. I use this when I travel because I get assaulted by different scents, and I just put it under my nose, which is very dry from this cold that I have. Another solid would be Vick's, Vick's Palmer's cocoa butter on a stick. So this is not going to substitute a bottle of lotion, but it works in a pinch. I've used this both as lotion, hand cream, and day to day I use this as a chapstick. This also did not make it back from my travel. So these were already at home. These are things that I have. 3 come in a pack, and I think 2 came in a pack with these, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, I had plenty of these. So what does that have to do with you when you're thinking about packing and things that go in your toiletry? Think about things you can bring that can be in solid form. So another example would be a bar of soap. Like I bought a half a bar of Ivory soap. Why half a bar? Because the more I wash my hands and use the soap, I notice it gets smaller in the middle. Maybe it's my big hands. So I just cut it in half. Another tip would be there are things, depending on where you're going, you can get when you go there. One thing I've been experimenting with is shampoo and conditioner. I have 4C here. I'm very particular about my products, but it doesn't make sense for me to bring a travel size, like 2 ounce or 3 ounce thing of shampoo, because I need a lot more than that in conditioner. My workaround has been, if it's a short trip, it doesn't matter. If it's a longer trip and I'm traveling with someone who's checking in, which has happened so far 2 out of 3 times, they're checking luggage anyway, and they agree, they will pack like shampoo and conditioner for me. That's not always going to work. It has worked out for me. Actually, oh, you know what the other thing was I was going home. I'm from New York, Brooklyn, and I just sent a few things to my family's house, and so then I had my full-size body lotion. I have very dry skin. I have particular skin and hair care needs, and so I've been finding ways to work around, like, okay, I'm going to send this full body lotion there. I'll use it while I'm there, and then I'll leave it, because who doesn't love... This is not sounding right. It's not like my family was like, hey, we can't wait to use your leftover lotion. Let's move on. So those are my tips. Oh, speaking of lotion, Cerave Moisturizing Cream. So this is a great example. This thing is, what, 19 ounces? 19 ounces. Last trip, family member was kind enough to bring this for me. This is a new one. I used all of the other one over a few weeks, but was kind enough to bring this for me. It works really, really well. I'm in love with this thing. So if you have dry skin like me, you might be like, that's old news. For some reason, I just on a whim decided to try it. I've used other brands, and if you look through my videos or podcast episodes, you'll hear me talk about those other brands for dry skin. I love this thing. It's really good. It's moisturizing, and I will say, no, let's move on. That's another topic. Okay. This is from, DDgro. DDgro. It's a pouch. I love pouches. I love packing cubes. I actually got complimented on my packing cubes this trip when I got stopped, or not stopped, but I was going through customs. And when the officer opened my bag, I had 7 packing cubes. That's it. Shoes, clothes. 3 packing cubes were clothes, and the rest were shoes. And it was very neat and organized, so she could see what was what. Okay, so this is a electronics mini pouch. So here you see I think I dropped something. Here you see my flash drive. It fits in this neat little thing here. And then here there are some bands. So this red thing, it's a Velcro. Links will be in the show notes. I think I'm going to do editing Joddie. I think I'm going to do a Amazon shopping or idea list just based on things that are in this video. So I'll make it easy for you to find. So here you can see more straps. So I keep my headphones. It has a zippered part. Oh, this is what I use to cover the camera on my laptop, these black dots. I will put the link in the show notes for these too, excuse me, or description. So this zippered part is where I keep what I call my bits and bobs, my electronic bits and bobs. So it's like the USB adapter, which I just dropped, the adapter for my Apple Pencil. I love that. And I'll give you a little tip. If you have something that you want to kind of hide, like, you know, a ring or something like that, you could put it in this zippered part. Anything else? Oh, yeah. Okay, so what I want to say about this is that I kind of accidentally got this. This comes in a bigger size, but I'm really trying to, it's a work in progress. I'm really trying to downsize the things that I pack, and I took notes. That's another tip for you. I literally took notes on my phone app while I was on holiday. Like, I didn't need this. I bought too much of that. I should have bought more of that. You know what I should bring next time? I documented it. Even with clothes, I only packed a carry-on, and there were things that I just did not wear. And one dress in particular, it was like the second time that I packed it, and I was like, okay, we're done here. I'm not packing this dress anymore. I feel like there was something else. Oh, so this comes in 2 sizes. There's a larger size. So if you want to put your charger for your laptop, you know, that's the square part in here, I would go with the larger size. I ended up using this in another pouch, and that was fine for me. But if you want things to be all together, go for the larger size. All right, so let's wrap up. Couple of things. Digital scale. This is my sticker that I put on it. This digital scale, I only took carry-on, but I was curious. So my carry-on suitcase was 31 pounds, and that's a few pounds heavier than I would like, and coming back it was 30 pounds. So I used a lot of things, but then I like purchased a couple of things, and so I ended up weighing in about the same. But whether or not you check in luggage, if you're just curious, I think this is a good thing to have. Oh, it's from Travel Inspira. My concern with heavy carry-on luggage is, even if it's small and it's still heavy, it kind of defeats the purpose. I have very big feet, I think. I wear size 11 in women's. And so half of my carry-on suitcase, one side is shoes and the other side is clothes. But I bought probably too many shoes. But again, with my size feet, no matter what country I go to, it's unlikely that I am going to walk into a store and get shoes. Even in America, it's always the smallest selection. It's possible, but unlikely. I mean, of course, I can always get men's shoes. I wear 9.5 in men's, but you know, depending on what I'm doing, that's maybe not gonna work. So I have some concerns about picking up my suitcase overhead and taking it down because it is so heavy. I don't know. I don't know if like I said to myself, I know I don't look pregnant. Do I look older or something? 3 different gentlemen back to back this last trip took my suitcase up and down for me, which was nice. Thank you, gentlemen. So I didn't have to worry about it, but it was heavier than I would like. So something I'm going to work on, but something to consider, digital scale. And I'm going to wrap up with, you know, I'm going to add, I forgot to take it out. It's already, I unpacked and washed everything and packed it back up. I got a tablet, a cup and tablet holder. And you put it onto your carry-on suitcase or your check-in suitcase, your luggage. It slides on, has a trolley sleeve. I'll put the link in the description. It was a game changer, not because of the cup holder, which I thought that's what the difference was going to be. This is the cup that I use from Contigo. This tumbler, 16 ounces. The sticker is mine. It's from Contigo. Sticker's mine. The sticker's from Cherry Human Studios. Christina YU. So it was my tablet. Like, I've never traveled and had so much access to my tablet. So it was great to be able to watch a movie or to check on my flight or to whatever. I always had it available. So it has a zippered sleeve pocket. You can put your tablet, you can put your passport, you can put your keys, whatever. But remember to keep it with you. It doesn't have a strap. And so if it's not on the suitcase, in my mind, I feel like it's something that's easy to lose. So what I would do when I get on the plane is say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I have the luggage cup holder. I have my carry-on suitcase, and I have my backpack, personal item, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I have to get off the plane with these 3 things. And a note is to be careful because, again, it's not a bag. So I only went to the bathroom once on all of my flights, just one time, and it was because I was running really late and I just did not have time to stop. Like, I just made that flight. So it was the only time I had to go to the bathroom. And when I came back, I was watching YouTube shorts, and there was a horrible story about someone who went to the bathroom and they came back and their bag with their passport was gone. And they ended up having to get off of the plane. And then later it was found in the aisle, like in front of the bathroom. Someone had stolen it. So just be careful. Just be really careful. That's just my opinion. So true story. What I wanted was this Hello Kitty water bottle. This is what I was going to travel with, 19 ounces. I'll do this first. It has this flip up straw, and I got a tip on YouTube basically saying like, hey, bring your tumblers with you, even though of course you can't bring liquids. But when you get your hot drink or cold drink, put it in the tumbler and it'll stay colder or hotter for hours on your flight, as opposed to if you get a paper cup or whatever they give you, plastic cup on the flight or, somewhere in the airport. Genius move. So this did not arrive before my trip, so I didn't get to take it with me. I have been using it though the last few days, and I'm glad I didn't bring it. I think if you're just going to drink water, this is fine. I don't know how cold it'll keep things. This is just cute and sassy. So I like it and I'm gonna use it, but I don't see me traveling with it. And it is the extra 3 ounces is like 3 ounces too much for me. So this worked out. I got this as like, the one I want isn't coming, and I got this kind of last minute. And I will say, I think I'll only have clear liquids in here. Same with here, and I'm going to explain why, because both of these lids, for different reasons, I think are hard to clean. I tried to remove this straw. Maybe I'm doing something wrong and it didn't come apart. So something to keep in mind. So I do use a straw brush, cleaning brush for this and for this. So let's talk about that. Before I show you my cleaning brush, which is the coolest, it was actually a gift, the coolest thing I've gotten in a while, and I use it every day. So this is the Contigo. It's 16 ounces. I got this because what I said before, but also because it's leak proof, which stands up. Maybe like you, I have a Stanley tumbler. I have a lot of tumblers. They are 40 ounces, 30 ounces, 24 ounces. These two are the smallest tumblers that I own, and this is the smallest one. This was really easy to travel with. I actually didn't use it on my travels like I planned. Like I said, I just used that holder to hold it to travel with. But what I would do differently next time is put snacks inside and actually use it, even if I didn't use it for drinks, just because this is premium space in here. You know how many gummy bears could fit in here? Or popcorn or something. So I could have utilized that space more. I did have this in a like a gallon size freezer bag, Ziploc bag the whole time, which was good because I accidentally dropped it a couple of times. So it was nice and clean when I arrived to my destination. And then I used this 2 or 3 times a day, every day. I was always using this. It keeps drinks really hot. I am not a big cold drink person at all. So I had this, I just used this for hot drinks. Loved it. I highly recommend it. Now, let's talk about this lid. It is hard to clean. It's hard to clean. Contigo has other thermoses and tumblers, or tumblers rather, and one of them even says easy to clean, because I think they've gotten a lot of feedback on it. Let me see if I can get in there. So you can see this doesn't open all the way, right? It's just hard to clean. So what I got for my coffee maker is this cleaning brush. So this side is the brush and this side you can use to kind of get into crevices, and then this is the brush. So for my coffee maker, I use this brush more. One thing I will say, this is a 2-pack. The other one is already packed away in my carry-on for the next trip. So the one in my carry-on, the brush is a lot thinner than this, so keep that in mind. Maybe it's the brand I got but this one works fine. The other one is perfect. It's perfect for this lid. And so how I use it is like I get in here and clean up and down and, you know, around. So just something to keep in mind. Even if you don't have a hard to clean tumbler, I love these for coffee makers and tumblers in general. You can really get into some crevices that you wouldn't usually be able to get into. So I think that's it, or almost it. I actually have one more thing. I am sick. I've been sick since I got back. The last time I took a long trip, long for me because I have connecting flights and stuff, I came back and I was sick too. So the planes are filthy, you know. This is just my opinion, but you're waiting to get on your flight and you see folks coming off the plane and you're getting on that plane like 20 minutes later, it's not clean, my opinion. So what I've been doing to combat, where I dropped the ball. So before I left, 2 or 3 days before I left, I was taking these. These are EmergenC. I like EmergenC, but unfortunately I bought EmergenC, the raspberry flavor, which ultimately I don't love. There's something about it that kind of tastes like licorice or something. I don't like licorice. Plus, I opened it on the plane before and it was like poof, you know, in my face and in my seatmate's face. You know, you put it in water. This is EmergenC Crystals. They're like popping rocks, like just put it in your mouth and it snap, 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 kind of almost like candy. And you don't need water. You just take this powder packet, 2 a day. So I did this. This is not medical advice. Disclaimer. I was just trying to combat the germs on planes. So going on my trip, last trip, I took these. I took 2 the day that I was traveling, and then I think 2 again 2 or 3 days prior. And then coming back, I think I took 1 or 2 the day before, and maybe 1 day I was traveling, and now I'm sick. I was not sick the first leg. Still, I recommend them. All right, that's it. I think I could do this all day because I do like looking around. I do see other things that I could talk about and share, but we'll save it for another time. If you have any travel tips or things that you think I should cover, I'm just checking because I have a little list here. Let me know. And by the way, since I'm wearing it, I'll do a shout out to this ring. I've had it for a few months now. This is the IMOLOVE Square Halo Moissanite ring. So it's not diamond, it's Moissanite. I got it on Amazon. There we go. And I will say that I get, with this particular ring, I do get higher commissions. I'm an Amazon associated influencer, and there's a program called Creator Connections. And this ring is a part of it. I purchased this ring myself with my own money, but just so for full disclosure, that's what it looks like. And I wear a size 7 in women's. Are there women's and men's size rings? I'm not sure, but this is a size 7. It's sterling silver, and then I think it's plated over, sterling silver plated over gold, or gold plated over sterling silver. I'll have the link in the I'll have one list with all of the products that I've mentioned, all found on Amazon. Anything else? No, that's it. Thank you for listening, watching. I am going to make some coffee. I don't know if I said in the beginning, because I started one other version of this and I messed up and had to start over. Maybe it was in that version I was saying. I just woke up not too long ago, like an hour ago. I'm going to make coffee and get my day started and think of other content ideas. YouTube. I actually do have some ideas. I think it's too early to talk about it, but hopefully it won't be a couple of months before I'm back. Hopefully these travel tips helped you out. I want to leave you with, like, if you don't do anything else, if you don't have any other thing kind of thing. And I think my favorite is the Contigo and the tablet holder, those 2 things. The Contigo tumbler, I think if you're on holiday, if you're at work, whatever, it's nice to have your own like nice hot drink, or if you like cold drinks. And this is, I know, in the Stanley era, we've all gotten used to 40-ounce, 30-ounce tumblers. But this did me really, this was lovely for me. This is like a great size, and it's manageable. It's not unwieldy. You know, sometimes those other tumblers can be too big. This is perfect. Perfect, I think. And then this is something that you're going to use during your travels. I think I did. And then the trap for travel day, because I only use it on my travel days, the luggage, I keep messing, it's like the tablet, riemot. Riemot is the brand. I didn't say that earlier. RIEMOT. It's the Remote Luggage Travel Tablet Cup Holder. It'll be in the show notes. Let's end here. But those are my two things. If you don't get anything else that I've mentioned, I would get those two things, because it's gonna make your travel day a lot more seamless, and your travels, I think, more enjoyable. Those two things really stand out to me. I loved having this thing. I loved having this thing, especially if you don't have a microwave, which you're not going to have on an airplane, or depending on where you're traveling. For me, it was really great to have my hot drink on hand, and I was able to go out. Like, I would go shopping, or I would go out and about, and I would have my little tumbler with me. All right, let's end here. Thank you so much for watching. See you later, YouTube.